So if you participate in the engineering space, especially in East Africa, you may have noticed that there's a general trend to like credentials, titles. But there's something bigger that also comes with that, and that is delivery. You may be having a big name, project engineer, country director, uh, project execution lead, for example, lead technician, or lead engineer, lead project manager, registered engineer, or licensed engineer. But when given the job, the elephant question is, can you deliver? Can you do it? Now, let's have an example. So we have a junior engineer. Let's give her a name. Let's call her Achieng. So Achieng is a graduate engineer, and she's working with a contractor on a civil project. The firm does a lot of broad projects. So in one of their projects, an issue arises when they're executing the drainage designs. And so within the project setup, senior staff now start blaming each other. Oh, you see, it is the site, it is the office engineer who made a mistake. It is the office engineer who didn't take the measurements input correctly, and so forth and so on. But then the engineer who is on the office side now, tired of this blame game that is always shifted to him when things don't work on site, comes back firing and is like, hey, you guys, no. Why are you saying the problem is us? In fact, this input to this design, it is the site team that gave us this input. They are the ones who went on site and measured it. So if the design has a problem, it must be that it is the measurements that were taken on site, which are now the inputs to the design that we took, that caused the problem. However, now Achieng does not want to be involved with this, this acrimonious debate that is going on who is to blame for the errors that are coming. So she decides to study the design, look at the site measurements. Okay, where is the issue coming from? And she identifies that the problem is really not about the measurements or the designs. It's really a question of how the design is interpreted vis-a-vis the site measurement. She comes up with a way, rationalizes the design, makes the corrections necessary, and then now presents the solution to the team. Good news is that the problem was resolved. So Achieng now has earned her place within the team. In fact, even site team members don't even think about asking even the PM nowadays the problems that they may be having on site. You have an issue, okay, ule Achieng ako wapi mchapakazi? Just like that. That is credibility and not credibility assigned. Well, you may say that is an example that does not fit with the day-to-day work that you do. We have a guy, let's call him Mutiso, who is a trained also electrical engineer that is working with a contractor in Uganda. So one time, the team is working on a substation testing task, and the guy is now in a situation where there's a problem with the project. The team is behind schedule. Now, the project they are working on, these projects that you do and the client now shows up on you unannounced. Client has come, client is on site. Hey, you guys, you have not finished the work. You said you will do this work in 2 weeks. And you're now asking for extension without justification. My friend, do you know how much I'm losing every day that you don't complete this work? Do you understand how this project affects my business? In fact, I am not the one who said the 2 weeks in the project. It is you and your team. You therefore have to find a way to resolve these issues. I do not want to hear anything that touches on extension. Client has left. The guy just gets back to his car and hataki kusikia chochote tena. The guy is so furious. So Mutiso now he's in a situation that hapa unajua hapa sasa ni unga tunaokoa sasa. So Mutiso decides, looks at the drawings, brings back the team together in that situation. Coordinates with the OEMs. It could be an insulation issue, it could be a termination issue, it could be a question of the FAT was not done correctly. You understand? Anyway, they work on it, they put in the more effort, extra effort, and they deliver the site 2 days earlier. So, of course, the project engineer, the project manager gets the credit on paper. But then, Mutiso has worked his way into the team trust, and he has earned the trust from the client side and also from the team management side for life. Okay, another example, actually the last example. So we have Nabwire, who is working for a solar project in some parts in West Africa. So Nabwire is not very senior in her team. The problem that is there is that within the solar project is that there's an issue with land, and the complaint is generally coming from them. So Nabwire now connects better with the community. She now meets the community, sits down with them. Okay, what is the real issue? also sits down with the elders, the leadership of the community, and they're able to discuss and come to an amicable agreement that that favors both parties. I mean, favors the project company, but also favors the community. And she gets the project to be allowed to proceed. So Nabwire has earned her place within the team. She is now known for being the person that is able to communicate or connect with the community in which the project is being done. So you see now from these very, very few examples that in this profession, generally, you do not need a big budget. Neither do you need a title to earn trust or to credible. You just need to execute. You need to deliver. Just remember that titles fade, but results live on in people's conversations, in referrals, and so forth. When people now encounter such problems, they remember, oh, okay, who helped us sort this, so and so. And that is how your name grows within the profession. That is how you gain credibility. That is how you become a competent individual to do execution. So wherever you are, stop chasing the nameplate. Chase the outcome. Fanya kazi, tuongee na matokeo.